2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Washington and Lively hold down the post for them. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving, are the guard set. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. And for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Randall. And it's MP in at the 1 spot. One thing Shams here talked about, banning top 10 pick protections in trades. Why is that?
We saw Dallas absorb a big fine a couple years ago, but then they drafted Derek Lively, and it truly worked out for them. So if you're going to avoid that, maybe it's better to change the trade rules to avoid those kinds of incentives. But Dallas really, I think if they could do that over again and absorb the fine, they would want it to be double the amount, the way that Derek Lively looked and the way that he played.
Well said. I totally agree. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
Now the Mavericks with it. It's a 3-point game. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Doncic against MP. Marshall with the steal. 3-on-3. Here's Irving. Gobert pulls it in. Edwards against Irving. Edwards looking it over Irving. Edwards, that's good. Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot and watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on the field.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. From the arc, drills it from outside. Doncic has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Mavs. Randall finds MP. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Randall down low. He's covered by Washington. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
First team foul.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. MP against Doncic. Stolen by McDaniels.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
Pass to MP. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. in any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot in flux, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Here is Edwards after Luka Doncic's bucket, and the shot goes in.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. The teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well. Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. And it's Mike Conley in for MP. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Randall. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. Then for the Mavericks, Klay Thompson, he's checked in for P.J. Washington. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Irving. Here's Doncic. Michael Conley making his last shot. Here's Thompson. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah. Doncic outside. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players, from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. And that one falls for Conley.
Tell you what, Conley may not be in his prime from an age standpoint, but I tell you, he is still tremendous as a floor leader, general, and he's a stabilizing presence on this team.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for the Mavericks. And it's tied up with that one.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
1:52 left in the first quarter. Dallas, no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looked at, but thank you for your honesty in that one.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
And Hall of Famer David Aldridge spoke with Chris Finch. David?
Coach said how much he admires Klay Thompson, saying that guy is a champion. Coming back from 2 years away, Thompson's still one of the best two-way guards in the league. Nothing but respect for Klay, and there's zero argument here. Thompson surely a future Hall of Famer. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Gafford following the three by Minnesota. Here's Grimes. No good with the triple. The Timberwolves have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. The pass to Ingles. Conley scanning the floor. Pass to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 5. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Thompson with it. Still without a basket. Launches it from deep. It's good from long range.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. But Timberwolves on top, leading by a point. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Big men on the floor for Middle Washington and Gafford. Irving on the wing along with Thompson. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want, but there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. And it's blocked.
When Lively's on you like this, with all his size and length, it's hard to get a shot off on him.
And Doncic throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Minnesota with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. Dillingham with the bucket.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Doncic kicks to Washington. And here is Doncic. He's got 14. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Minnesota making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider, but clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do. And this path, I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I love playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories, and to be able to tell that story to the fans. I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
You're so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Randall. Still scoreless. Basket good.
Forcing his way in is Randall. Hard for the defender to counter his strength.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And a miss there on the triple. The Timberwolves trail. It's Randall with the drive, and Randall throws it down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And finished off by Lively.
Right at the rim. That's where Lively loves to get his opportunity.
Out to the right wing. McDaniels against Thompson. McDaniels in the post. Here's Gobert. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And they converted last on attempt number 3. Gobert's got 6 points. Pass to Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. And the Timberwolves call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Changes for Minnesota. Joe Ingles is checked in for Julius Randle. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dillingham. Dallas also making some changes. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Najee Marshall comes in for P.J. Washington. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Thompson. Now, here's Marshall, following the miss by Michael Conley. Here's Doncic.
It always seems like Doncic is playing with something to prove. Well, I tell you what, he's proving plenty tonight.
Edwards dishes to Conley. Passes to Alexander Walker. Nailed from three-point land. Alexander Walker's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. That's the latest, David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball, too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it, too. So I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Here is Conley after Luka Doncic's bucket and slam dunk by Gobert.
Stay clear of Gobert on the dunk. Now, the force he goes to the rim with is mighty.
Doncic passes to Gafford. Here's Grimes. Doncic outside. Misses the 3.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
We got shooter, huh? Box your man up. I got it.
Hey, just box out.
When it comes off, grab it, baby.
First free throw is good. Some changes for Minnesota. Reed comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. The Mavericks also with the sub. Dinwiddie is checked in for Irving.
Grab it. I got mine. Box your man up. We got shooter, huh? Hey, let me get big man. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
Hey, just box out, box out.
And so, Alexander Walker nails both of them. Shams, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you got a lot of things to do, a lot on your plate. The phone's going bananas. It's lighting up about every 15 seconds. You go take care of that. We'll see you back here next time.
I can always make time for you guys. Kevin, appreciate you guys having me on.
Shams Charania, the best. Thank you so much. Great stuff right there from Shams, one of the most plugged-in people in the world of basketball.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down, that's big news. Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA. Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
The pass to Grimes. And here is Gafford. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Right side, Conley. Back to Gobert. Fires the three. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Gobert's got 11 points.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Tie game in Minnesota. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
39, the Mavericks. 39.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is up there with Rudy Gobert. And it's MP in at point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his third season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Free throw good, Edwards. Clark, we've got some incredible talents in this league, and you know how skilled big men are today. Wow, it is something to watch.
It really is, Kevin. I mean, you almost feel like every 7-footer in the league is a capable perimeter shooter that can consistently make threes. Man, the game has certainly changed, and I actually enjoy it. I mean, the evolution of big guys being able to stroke it that consistently is pretty fun to watch. And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Takes it from 10. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off-guard, folks.
Edwards against Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 6 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Randle with the bucket.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Now, here's Washington. He has yet to score. Here's Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Anthony Edwards. Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season. And a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9", and 7-foot guys. Special.
Now, here's MP. Outside for Randall. Shoots over Washington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
For Minnesota, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Pass to Lively. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Here's MP. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Mavericks trailed by 3. On the wing, Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Three-pointer.
Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. MP, no good. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. For the lead. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Knocked away. Stolen by Thompson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Marshall. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. MP finds Randall, and it's in there. Randall's got 8 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Marshall. Here's Lively. Defended by Gobert. Lively the pass to Thompson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Minnesota in the lead. To the inside. MP, no good. The Mavericks have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, he has great hands. PJ can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
MP, no good off the back of the rim. Mavericks trailed by 4. In the corner, Irving with it. Passes it to Grimes. Shot clock at 6. Drives to the hoop. They get the rebound. Shot's good by Gafford. And now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still yet to score. And Gafford throws it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Here's Alexander Walker, following the score by Dallas. Here's Reed. Here's DiVincenzo. The Mavericks pull it in. Driving in. Here's Grimes. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two. Grimes has got 5 points so far. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Now Reed. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. For the lead, offensive rebound Mavericks. Now here's Gafford. Now Washington from deep three-point territory. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Conley, and he uses the glass on the layup. Conley's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Conley, so crafty with that left hand of his. The veteran knows his way around the hoop.
Here's Irving, lays it up and banks it in.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Timberwolves lead by 1. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Thompson. Derek Lively is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Doncic, and it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. MP, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 1. And finished off by Lively.
Lively got served up a big opportunity, and he ate it up.
Now here's Randall. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Mavericks ball.
Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And you know, for that matchup with Charlotte, it's going to be their 7th outing on the year. You feel the team will continue to round into form. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Back to McDaniels. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Doncic. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
And it's good for 2.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
Here's Lively. Now the pass to Gafford. Doncic outside. Pass to Lively. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Doncic kicks to Gafford. Back to Doncic. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
MP passes to Reed. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Thompson gets it inside.
Known as a shooter, Thompson's size allows him to score inside as well.
The drive by MP. Good D by Thompson.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Minnesota calls timeout. And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. And Dallas also making a switch. Irving's checked in. Timberwolves trail by 5. Randall kicks to MP. Edwards inside, covered by Irving. Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard. Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Free throw good, Edwards. And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those two guys.
Clark, in terms of young superstars, it doesn't get much better than Anthony Edwards.
Amen to that, partner. Every franchise wants a franchise player. Minnesota, I think, hit the jackpot drafting Edwards first overall back in 2021. Last year, we saw Ant-Man take it to another level, making his first of what I think will be many All-NBA teams.
Now, MP, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Randall. Shoots over Gafford. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Randall's got 4 this quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Here's Doncic. And the rejection by MP. To take the lead. Here's Randall. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Outside Edwards. Inside, MP sinks that one from the post. 8 points for MP. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And the Mavericks call time here. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
A no-brainer choice here. I mean, given how incredible he's played. Just decimated the defense and did whatever he wanted to. No doubt in anybody's mind that this award was going to him.
Washington's checked in for Derek Lively. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He told them this is what it's all about, proving we're the better team in the tough situations. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Chalk up 2 there.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And Doncic with the triple.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Gobert dishes to MP. To the middle. Here's Randall. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Randall's got 10 points here in the second half.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Irving against Edwards. No good from Irving. Knocked loose. Gafford with the steal.
Ball.
Irving against Edwards.
Hey, yo, right here.
And that one's good, Irving.
Yes, indeedy, Irving. Giving you much in the clutch.
Gobert finds McDaniel. Randall against Washington. Low block shot on the way. A rebound by Washington. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Irving attacking. Great D that time from Edwards. And Randall has got the ball here for Minnesota. It falls!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Irving against Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so he makes both from the line.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding on.
MP passes to McDaniels. Over in the corner, Randall. From deep. Rebound by Marshall. And here are the Mavericks now. Dishes it to Irving. Six on the shot clock. With the teardrop, Gobert with the block. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. From Target Center, back in a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And so it's Dallas with him. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Reed. And it's MP in at the point guard. Dallas calls timeout.
Mavericks timeout call. This, your Timberwolves defense team. All right, that was your pucks. Make some noise, fans.
MP against Doncic to take the lead. Minnesota with the rebound. Reed's got his 6th rebound on the night. McDaniels passes to Randle. With the floater, the Mavericks pull it in. Washington's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Marshall kicks to Gafford. Dallas moving it around. Washington, that's for 2. A miss that time would have put him up. The Timberwolves shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Randle with the bucket.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randle's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Now, here's Doncic.
2 minutes remaining.
From downtown.
2 minutes.
Reed with the rebound. To the paint, here's Edwards. Edwards making a statement.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Irving with it. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Irving, 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Kyrie Irving, special. I mean, as skilled a player as you'll ever see when it comes to handling the ball and scoring in close. Those free throws were must-haves, and he delivered. It's down to a 1-possession game now.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're in front by 2. There's 1:40 left to play in the first overtime. MP finds Randle. It's rebounded by Dallas. 1:32 left in overtime. Irving against McDaniel. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniel. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. On defense, Minnesota. The lead is 2. Lively, that's good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
They get it back. Here's MP. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And that's 10 points for MP. And that bucket ignites the crowd.
And the emotions of these fans right now boiling over after that shot.
From 12 feet out, a nice shot by Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Comfortable in the clutch. That's who Kyrie Irving is. Unfazed by the man.
Oh, my, what a play.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Yes!
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Irving's got him falling right now, that's for sure.
Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Randle dishes to MP. Pass to Reed. No good with the layup. And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 1. There's 14 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're ahead by 1. We've got 13 seconds left in the first overtime. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Down low, Doncic. Oh, missed it. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot, no good.
Timberwolves win. Your Timberwolves, 84. The Mavericks, 83. Thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please take care to get home safely, and we'll see you at the next event.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you later.